Hello, Life Path number 9. Thank you guys so much for tuning into your January 2023 prediction. My name is JOCELYN, and again, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, thank you guys so much for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. It is greatly appreciated. So I've already did a live on the January 2023 predictions, but for your life path number, I felt that it was something that was trying to come through that I really couldn't figure out what it was. So I decided to give you guys a bonus reading for this month so you can look between the two of them as well as your destiny number. But this is going to be your bonus reading for life path number 9. And if you are here to do another life path number, you have to go back and look at that live. I've already recorded it. So for life path number 9, in that recording, I did state that I see some type of commitment that is coming in for you. And that is 100% true. There is some type of commitment that is going to come in. So whether you will be married, whether you will get like a new job, or some type of work relationship or partnership is going to come together. So you may be linking up with someone to do some type of work or some type of job or some type of idea that you have, but it's going to be one is going to turn into the two. So there is going to be some type of higher level commitment for your January of 2023. So also in that video, my fingers was like really sticky, and then it got down to my hands. It felt like a lot of glue was on my hands. So when I channel the message more, I see that you have put your hands into something that you felt like was very treacherous, that bamboozled you, that was very foolish. Like it's something that you have been dealing with that has kind of, how do I want to put this? They have betrayed you. Okay. They have not told you the full story. They may have said something or did something to get close to you just so that they can get more information. You were unaware of these things as well. So it was some type of secret. It was some type of backstabbing energy. And it was like one of the parties involved, I felt like it was more than one person as well. But the party that was involved, they didn't know that you actually was going to find out. They thought that they could do this behind your back. So when you did figure out what this particular person was doing or what this treacherous event was, you had to go deep within to really figure out how can you kind of build yourself back up? How can you kind of like gather this? How can you learn from this? How were you fooled by this particular person and you're putting the pieces together, okay? You're gathering all your information. Because this has happened, it has left you in a state where you feel like you can't trust anybody. You're very scared of who you let in your circle. You're very afraid of what everybody tells you. You feel like everything that someone tells you is a lie. So in the month of January, you are going to be dealing with that. You are going to be isolating yourself. And like I said, with the other numbers as well, don't get so isolated to where you stay in that bubble and you don't want to come out anymore because you don't know who to trust. So instead of you spending some alone time with yourself, you're flipping it and you're just going to isolate yourself. You're cutting everybody off. And instead of doing that, try to learn from the situation in the month of January instead of just not trusting anybody. I do feel a sense that in your past, a lot, when you had friends, whether it was in high school, I'm getting like a high school feeling as well, you have had a lot of people betray you. And it took you a long time to open yourself back up again in the first place, but then you started opening yourself back up and then now you attract more betrayal. So now you're in a situation where it's like no friends at all. Like I'll just stick to my family. I'll just stick to what I absolutely know, who I know that is not going to betray me, and you just push yourself away. It's highly recommended for you not to have that type of thinking because there is going to be in the future, it's going to be a little distant. It's not going to be, it doesn't feel fresh. So it feels like farther down. There is going to be someone that you are going to be able to work with, that you are going to be able to trust. Just make sure that you're using your wisdom. Make sure that you're using those key signs that you have been getting in the first place to really figure out who these people are. These people are very manipulative. They know how to lie without you figuring out what is a lie and what is the truth. Like, they know how to manipulate their emotions as well. So in this particular month of January, instead of you like overall I'm just going to curl up in a ball and I'm fearful, I'm afraid that everybody around me, I don't know who to trust. There's a lot of snakes around me. There are big snakes around me. And because this particular person that I've trusted the most they weren't as trustworthy as I thought. I thought that this was the person that I could actually trust. It makes you want to separate yourself from everybody. And then therefore you'll miss out on this big opportunity that is to come in 2023, this like partnership. So learn from it. This is a way of you don't have to really believe what everyone tells you. Okay. Like, really use your own discernment about certain things and about certain people. If you are getting that, now I'm seeing like a mask. So maybe if you've dreamed about this person, or if you've gotten like some type of like message or sign about this person, it really wasn't about, I don't know how to explain that either. Because yours is coming up more than one person. So I don't really know how to explain it. So it's kind of like, okay, so for example, let's say that you dreamt about a particular person that you trusted stabbing you in your back. Instead of you taking it's that person literally, it may be someone that's somebody else that's similar to that person that backstabbed you. So be sure of interpreting your signs and your synchronicities in the correct way. Instead of it being just that one person that you saw in your dreams, or that one person that people keep telling you about, why don't you try to really dissect everything that is around you so you can figure out who that true deceptive person is. So you'll be doing a lot of reminiscing and a lot of self-reflection about that. 2023, with it being a year 7, you are going to be in like an inclusive state anyway. Like, you want to kind of like just go within. You want to not really be all out there. You want to kind of, lay low a little bit, which is fine. But you want to make sure that you learn from it. You want to make sure that you move on from it. You want to make sure that you really see things from both sides instead of just one way. And then once you can do that, you can become very successful and you can overcome any obstacles that come into your life. In addition as well, I do see that you are going to have a lot of travel plans. I know that I mentioned that as well in the prediction for January 2023. So I do see a lot of travel plans. So you may be literally traveling just so that you can get away, or you could be moving on from things that have hurt you. You could be, moving past it and moving through it. Once you overcome this particular situation as well, and once you really figure out, okay, what was this for? What did I need to learn about this situation? You won't have to deal with these things ever again, because like I said, you've learned from it. Now, if you don't learn from it, then it's going to repeat itself. And maybe that's why it seems like you do get into some type of environment, or you do get into some type of relationship that betrays you. Maybe, like I was saying, maybe like from high school up until now, into adulthood, maybe you have been in that situation because when you were in it in the first place as a child, you didn't really learn the full lesson of it. Instead, you just took yourself back and just, focused on maybe like a small group of people. Then now you're trying to expand your group because whether you're trying to do some type of business, it requires you to do a lot of talking, or you're trying to like build a legacy, you have to kind of like open yourself up and do that particular, you have to have that social skill, which made you open back up anyway. But in this particular month, you are going to be traveling from that. You are going to be moving on from that. And once this big opportunity comes in for you, you're going to learn from it. And then it's going to be like, I'm hearing the word simpatico. So it's going to be very blissful. It's going to be very divine. It's going to be something that is going to come in right on time as well. So just be careful of that. Also, I did see that a special gift is going to be granted to you. So once you do learn from this particular situation in this particular month, once you find those like context clues that you missed, and then you learn from this, like I said, it's going to be like a reward that is going to come in for you. You didn't go through this for no reason, okay? So that is what I was getting for the life path number 9. Again, I do apologize because it kind of came in, because usually when I channel my messages, I channel them like, you know, of course, like before I record them, and I wrote it down, but it was like on my paper, everything was getting like jumbled up and mixed up, and then new information was coming in. So I do apologize again. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.